184 megabytes, but this is going to jump significantly to about 2 GB per month in the next 2 to 3 years. And 2 GB data consumed on mobile phone is a very, very large number. You will find that most people are consuming information, content, entertainment, everything on mobile phones and using internet. We looked at some statistics to see how many people use which channel the most, and you will find surprisingly that WhatsApp is the most used social media channel. And this was also evident in the room because I did not see even a single person who wasn't using WhatsApp. And we have to understand how we can use it effectively. Let's look at the state of Telangana, where we are. The electorate here is about 3 crore people, almost equally divided between male, female. 26-27% of the population is between 17 to 30 age group. And why it is important, we will see in the coming slides. The state saw a very high voter turnout in 2014, which means that there are people who go out to vote. It is not a reluctant state as far as electoral process is concerned. The BJP's vote share in the Lok Sabha was about 10.5%. And we led in 12 out of the 56 seats that were there. And the assembly election, when we voted for the state, that where the NDA won Lok Sabha seats, even though we did not even have corporation and even corporators elected, but we still had that vote share which was there. Now, there are about 5 lakh Twitter users between both Telangana and Andhra put together, because the segregation is not available, but I'm assuming that it will be equally split between the two states. We have about 84 lakh Facebook users in the state, which are about 17 lakhs. Again, very unusual, but you have about 22-23% women who are on social media in Telangana. Usually this number is lower in other states, but in Telangana it is quite a good number. And again, if you notice, there are about 72% people on social media who are of the younger demographic. I have insisted on 2 things. One is the younger audience, and about 70% of them being in that age group. What it means is that the messaging that we do on social media has to cater to that audience. They are the people who are voting, and they are the people who are consuming our information. Right? Now, again, some electoral numbers. When we looked at the 2014 Lok Sabha election and we split it on assembly, we found that the BJP was first in 12 assembly seats, and second on 14, and third on 30 seats. Go ahead. But in the 2014 Vidhan Sabha, that number where we won assembly seats dropped to 5, and subsequently the seats where we came second also came down. But if you look at the 2014 Lok Sabha, it tells us that we have huge potential in the state if we do the right things over the next 2 years, and how we can use social media to get there. Next. Again, these are some positions that we looked at district-wise. How many total assembly seats do we have? How many we won in Lok Sabha, and how many we won in Vidhan Sabha? Repeatedly, the point that is emerging is that there is a big latent vote share for us to capture, which we have to ensure that over the next 2 years we are able to do. Next. Again, some numbers, how we voted, what is the polling percentage, and where all the BJP won, what was the vote percentage that came. This is just for information. So let's go ahead. Next. Now, this is an important slide from a social media perspective. If you see, there are districts. We have looked at the total number of electorate in that district, and we have seen how many Facebook users come from that district. Now, on an average, if you find, except for few, like Mehboob-Nagar, Adilabad and Nizamabad, all the others have more than 5% penetration of Facebook. Hyderabad, of course, is the maximum. But even places like Nalgonda, Warangal, Khambam, they have all very good penetration of Facebook. Next. Generally, it is believed that if in any district the social media users are more than 5% of the total electorate, there's a possibility that the social media narrative can influence the swing voters, which are the decisive factors. So in the slide that we saw earlier, you have at least about 7 districts where that kind of an impact is possible. Now, there are about 81 lakh users, about 17 years of age, and our target for the state social media should be at least about 20% of that thing, and we are working towards it. It has increased from 10,000 just a few months back to about 1,30,000, and it will steadily reach 16, 17, 18 lakhs, which is where we want to take it. Similarly, for Twitter, we want to have at least 20% of the population that is from the state of Telangana on our Twitter channel. Next. One thing that we have done is that we have standardized all the state assets. Today, if you go and look for BJP 4, which is numeric 4 Telangana, you will arrive at the Facebook page, Twitter page, YouTube page, and Instagram. These are the 4 digital channels that we are going to build out aggressively. We have also done this at the national level. Those of you who follow national level social media, how many of you follow the national social media channel? BJP for India, Facebook. Okay, not everybody. BJP for India on Twitter, how many of you follow? Okay, again, very few. How many of you follow BJP for Telangana on Facebook? Okay, that is good, at least more than what you follow India. BJP for Telangana on Twitter. Okay, few. So first of all, you should follow both national as well as Telangana. So those of you who don't follow BJP for India should do that. Those of you who don't follow Telangana both on Facebook and Twitter, you should do that. Next. Now, we were just looking at some indicators. The page has just started picking up. So the engagement has started going up. But there is a lot of work that is required to be done. And Lakshmanji has said in his opening remarks that he will provide full support for us to do it, and the team is just getting together. So you will see in the next 5 to 6 months, it will be a very, very vibrant channel. Next. Let's look at the competition that we have here. You still have TDP that dominates the Telangana social media thing. TRS is there, but very unlike for a ruling party not to be in a very leading position. The BJP has a small presence, but it is catching up fast. And of course, you have the YSR Congress as well, which has a social media presence here in the state of Telangana. Next. We looked at some of the leaders who come from this region, not necessarily Telangana, and we see that Murliji is beating Asuddin OSC hands down, which is very good news. And we have a lot of our leaders who are on social media from the state, and I would think that as we get along, we have to build this ecosystem where our leaders, our office bearers, our karyakartas are all on social media, and everything that is need to be told politically, you can get that insight directly from the leadership through social media. For example, today, if on a certain issue you want to know what is our position as a party, you don't have to wait for the communication to come from the party. You can just go to the leader's page or social account and you will find what is his or her reaction, and that will tell you what is the line that the party has taken on it. We do this all the time at the national level. If there is something that is happening in the government, then if the Prime Minister's Twitter account tweets something, then we know that is the government's position. Or if the concerned ministry tweets anything, we know that is the concerned ministry's position. In the party, if our national president tweets anything, we know that that is the party's position. So, likewise, in the state of Telangana, we have to follow everybody amongst the leadership so that you know what is happening. We have to share everything that is said and put out. Social media में I hope everyone's okay with Hindi also. मतलब हिंदी भी समझते हैं, हिंदी ज़्यादा समझते हैं, तो मैं हिंदी में ही बोल सकता हूँ पूरा, क्योंकि मुझे भी मंत्री जी ने बोला कि आप हिंदी में बोलिए, तो हिंदी इंग्लिश में. सोशल मीडिया में हम सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया से ही बेंचमार्क नहीं करते. अब हमारा जो कंपटीशन है या जो हमारी बेंचमार्किंग है वो मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया के साथ में है. नेशनल लेवल पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जो फेसबुक पेज है उस पर करीब 1 करोड़ 10 लाख से ऊपर फॉलोअर्स हैं और ट्विटर अकाउंट पे कुछ 44 लाख के करीब हमारी फॉलोइंग है. एक या दो मीडिया हाउसेस को छोड़ के